Good morning, Azeroth. It's the 15th of October 2024. Grab your morning beverage and welcome to the stream. We're back on the Evoker again, pushing our rating up in the solo rated battleground Blitz, that 1800 mark, so we can get those delicious transmogs. Without further ado, let's get stuck in. Hope you're all doing well today. Keep yourselves warm, sup those beverages. You'll get through day. You've got this. I pushed pretty far yesterday. Managed to get our rating. Let's have a double check. 1664. We're making progress. Not sure if we'll hit it before the anniversary patch. It'll be today, Friday, Monday and Tuesday again, probably. If we don't, we don't. And we'll take a quick hiatus to investigate all the new things coming in said anniversary patch. But it'd be nice to hit it, you know. Tonight on stream we also started and finished in one playthrough, Gris. It was a very evocative experience, very powerful. Really enjoyed it. Had a good old time there. We'll be starting on the next game from that studio this evening, is the plan, assuming it releases in time. It's a game called Never, where you and a wolf companion go through what seems to be quite a beautiful world full of all kinds of nasties. We'll see when we get to it. For the moment this morning, we'll be milling around as per usual, gathering as we go, waiting for our queues. We've got about an 8-minute average at the moment. Hopefully ain't too long. Make sure you've all got those beverages. Best of luck with your various mornings. You're welcome to come hang out and join me and chill out as I get flattened in the various battlegrounds. Maybe that's a little unfair. We've been doing okay. It's not been a complete train wreck. And there's a way of showing folks it is more than doable. Casually get into some of these endgame PvP things. Earn up those transmogs. We're in the last stretch of it on our Evoker. Clone this plant. Oop. Lovely. Once we've hit that 1800, the only other sets I'm after are the Druid and the Mage. Probably go with the Mage next just because it will be simpler. At least that's the hope. We're joined by the morning songs of the Isle of Dawn. Always very relaxed and casual. Actually, compared to going down to Ashgahet first thing. If Rufius lets us know there's any bounties about or any chests, we'll go have a gander. I don't expect too much, but there's no harm in going and having a try. We're a bit of a ways off getting another piece of gear, but that's alright. Tomorrow with a wee reset, we'll be back on our main, grabbing caches and keys. Building up for the delves. Also hitting a bit of a wall there. Come here, spider. Wherein the amount of gear we can get just from the solo content is a little bit dried up, and the 616 gear we get from delves at the top end in the Great Vault can't really be upgraded outside of doing group content. The enemies in those tier 11 delves, extremely dangerous. We know we don't need to complete one to fight question mark Zekfir. But I think it's a good indication of if we can actually bring him down or not. The tier 8 one, especially with the nerfs, has been more than doable. At least on the Paladin. I know it varies from class to class. And if I didn't think they'd immediately take us out of any queues we're in, I might give them a go on the Evoker, just have a glance. But as is the case, I assume we cannot queue at the same time. It's going into instance content. I could be wrong. I'd be very surprised though. That's never really been the case for the game. What I'd give for a Torghast-like repeatable mode that you could just go in and wail on stuff for a while. Torghast was something I was really excited about going in as well at Shadowlands, but I think the biggest problem was always while always being somewhat disconnected from the conversation around gear and how people feel in general, you can't help but through osmosis when you enjoy a game and start watching its content from various creators. That negative series of emotions just kind of sinks its way in. Even when you're trying your best to ignore it all, and make it difficult to enjoy. I'm pretty forgiving of a lot of stuff. Especially when it comes to like gear and upgrades and things like that. A lot of that just doesn't apply to me most of the time. Like something like Battle for Azeroth, I love the idea of island expeditions. When the only real reward that I knew of at the time was, oh, it is just to get Azerite and to gear up, and then I'm like, I don't want it.
Opportunity's knocking. If you've got the metal, there are valuables waiting to be won.
Alright, Rufus, let's head on down. I was thinking in the hopes of them doing more Evergreen content, I would love to see at some point, whether it's islands, whether it's Torghast, just all bits of maybe even warfronts to a degree, although I only did a few and they never seemed that engaging. Just because in a similar vein to like Alterac Valley or Ashran these days, folks were just moving through rather than fighting properly. So it kind of defeated the point for me. But if they could work on making some of those older expansion features evergreen, I think that would be really cool. But I imagine it's not worth the development resources. You're just going to fly through that mountain. Oh, it was just me and 4 hordes. Well, I tried. I thought maybe best case scenario, if there's 2 of them, can maybe win that fight. 4 to 5, not a chance. Still, we went for it. We'll continue on our gathering path. Not like it's a set route or nothing, I'm more just like milling around. I know there are when it comes to various gathering and crafting guides, at least in years past. Whereas this is the route you go through. Do it efficiently, to go in the circle so there's always something spawning, yada yada yada. And I feel like there's enough nodes where you can just mill around. Never an issue. The only point of contention is when stuff's despawning as you go. See if we can get straight in. More fungus, more iron claw. Keep building those up. No. How could you do this? Got this way around, we're here. Might as well. No spit, please. Get a bit of rep. These are all still things that I need to build up over the course of the expansion. There's no immediate rush to get them all at level 25. And given they're not exactly locking any quests away, I don't mind that slow burn. They're going to be here the whole expansion, so it's not a bother. Oh, gotta be careful with underwater ones. The explosion might angle upwards. Doesn't look like it's exploding at all. Which does make sense given it's underwater, but we certainly have had ones do so in the past. Why is that still here? Chew pet quest. Sometimes when I can't untrack these, it's bothersome. There we go. Untrack. And that one I can't untrack. Why?
Excavating here might be dangerous. But
I have no affinity for pet battles.
Past and decoding the Titan's designs.
I respect that they're still in the game and people still really enjoy them. Guess I'm doing this world quest. Oh, they're fighting over there. Hang on.
I am out of range.
Help out best we can.
I must get closer.
Nope, we will save friend. Oh, gonna get him. Not quite. Oh, it's gonna get me at this rate. Now we got them. I tried, Hunter. I tried. Morning, Mac. Hope you're doing well today. Now they're going to run off and that rogue's going to come and camp me. Oh no, they're alright. Help them do the world quest. Now they run off. Watch, any second now that rogue will be back. That'll be the end of me. Yep.
require a
Or
target.
not quite, the hunter knew as well.
Too far away.
It's very kind of them to stick around. Still waiting for our queue to pop. Oh, we're 14 minutes. Unfortunate this morning. I'm just on edge now, because I'm like that rogue.
With everything we've done here,
There we go.
we're one step closer to understanding the Titan's plans.
Take a bit of rep, take a few stones, that's all well and good. Mill our way about, find some more herbs and such. Wake up, beastie, you stay there. It's the longest set of queue times we've had for the rated battlegrounds thus far. The average still says 7 minutes, but you know. Proof is in the pudding, as they say. Oh, despawning. Oh, that means that mining one's going to despawn as well. Ooh. One of those Freya earthing about. It's a little untapped mystery. Directive did she give them other than look after plants?
I must get closer.
No. Why is it always Explodio? A bit of wax. First wax of the day. We'll take it. We might as well do the world quest here while we wait. It's a bit of rep.
Those confounded Nerubians
Yes,
are
there
still
was a
lurking
spider
around
underground.
my meadery. Clear them out before they steal my cinder brew.
Aye, aye, went Brand, we will do so. See if this one is up. Aye, that it is. Lovely. Grab the loot, grab the honey, make our way back out again. Let's have a swig of his beverage. Make sure you're all doing the same out there. Keep yourselves hydrated. Just hoping the queue pops and the future ones are a little faster. God damn it, tree. Downside of skyriding, the number of times I just faceplant into a tree
I am out of range.
or anything above my head. Really feel the difference with that 4-set bonus. It's very nice to have that burst which empowers our disintegrate just every time we do our little eternity surge. Still really curious how well the other specs play, but for our purposes and earning our rating, I don't think miscellaneously swapping to healer or a support spec I do not know anything about would go over well. regular battlegrounds, we could probably get away with it.
I must get closer.
Now let's clear these spiders out of Hobbiton. As the soundtrack is telling me. Way over here. And we burn them all down. Hey, there we go. What do we get in? Could it be the first fight of the day? But that paladin was thinking about it. They were thinking about starting a fight, but we're off. Rapid Basin. There's a paladin in the big green. Oh, the Legion artifact goes well with it. That's pretty good. Again, not my style. Didn't want to bother earning that elite set on the paladin. Well, they don't have too many in the sickly green camp, but not for me. Minimalist rogue. And a mage transmog is that. That is one of the old spikier sets. Got a remodel sometime in Legion. Maybe Warlords. There's a Grub Tiger. The old purple Paladin Burning Crusade set. Shaman Pandaren is just, I am gearing up. The Death Knight with some of the Ice Crown stuff. One using the hood as well, very nice. They essentially just tried to make the shoulders work for Death Knight. I think they've accomplished it very well. Don't know if the sword fully matches, but they've gone for it. Oh. Big, odd slug. Ridiculous mount, that one. Those mandibles at the front are huge. Alright, let's see if there's any evokers on the enemy team that we can compare to. Preservation, and a devastation. Okay, we'll keep an eye on them. See how our numbers stack up come the end. Again, Rapid Basin, for those who don't know, we go around, capture the various points while they're neutral. On the regular battleground version, once you cap it, you kind of have it until someone else takes it off you. In the rated version, they are capped for a set amount of time, then they kind of get locked for a bit, and then they go back to neutral again. So you're constantly moving around the battlefield, having to recap things. What a frog. Alright, off we go. Notify system has been enabled. What do you mean, game? I love that compared to the regular one, nobody came and tried to gather this. Morning, Andy, in the chat. Thank you for the wish of good luck. I hope so too. We'll see how well this first one goes. Hope you're doing well today as well. Hope you got yourself a morning beverage. Keep yourself warm. Let's go and assist these in the middle. God damn it, I never achieve these minor platforming bits. The broken bridge there has an updated texture. Save the Pandaren.
I am out of range. Too far away.
Walk that one. Do that on ourselves. Oh yeah, get yourself inside there. At the point we should probably leave. Friend, keep them healed. Stun them.
I must get closer.
No. Keep our off heals going best we can. AoE. Defensives. Burn the house down.
I need to target something first.
Cooldowns. Ooh.
I do not have a
Barely catch with the fire breath, but not quite. Still need to get my aiming down on that.
I require a
Gotcha.
target.
Hey, we did it. Now we just have to hold it for a moment. Glad to hear you got your coffee, Andy. You enjoy. Hope the work day ain't too rough on you. Alright, we're about even overall.
Too far away.
Respawning up there. They're running off to the mill that way. Still got this capped for now. Okay. There was no time run over. The lumber mill's about to tick over though. You should get up there pretty quick. How close am I? 12 seconds off just knocking someone off the edge of the wall. What Rem, so we can heal people. Oh, they whiffed it. I did not. Spin it around.
I am out of range.
Friend. Breathe. Bang. Hey, I think we got it there. That we did. Right, I will linger here to hold it, or we jump over to the blacksmith again. Got the farm as well, so we're doing all right. Got folks over there ready to cap it though. Fighting going on at the stables, but I'd rather not leave the place undefended. Okay, that's held for now. Rotate to the farm then. I'm coming, Knight. You're not going to win this one, friend. Away! Go, run! They did not get away, and I've done myself.
Too far away.
Phew. Don't think I'm getting out alive, but we're going to try. Get rid of those, do a bit of self-healing. Help me! Nope, they went back. Hello! Oh, and we lost it? We're playing out on this point. It's alright, it happens. Just run back around for the lumber mill. Ah! Team, there's a... Did not react to do anything else other than like, hang on, how do I ping again? Alright. Alt Q, I've got it on. The first 2 times, nothing happened. Oh, we were ahead, but suddenly, 4 points for the enemy team. Uh-oh. Are we throwing? Mine got taken, mill got taken. Oh, no. Stables got taken. Should go and help in the mill. How many are over there fighting at the blacksmith? Enough. Stun. Ah, ice wall. Burnout procs. Shoot you with a laser. Nope, no living flame for you. And they vanished. How did they vanish? Go assist at the blacksmith.
I am out of range.
Nullifying Shroud up, lest we forget. I've already claimed it and there's 4 of them and just... Oh, 1 me! Death. Absolute death. They've pulled it all the way back. I think they're going to have it. Oh, what a close match. Ooh. Very generous rating unchanged game. Very generous. I much prefer a close match though. Just lost a hold of the points at the end there. Let's have a look at ourselves compared to everyone else's DPS and the enemy Evoker. Right, we're in the middle of the road there, middle of the road. Happy with that. Let's see, where was the enemy Evoker DPS? We were ahead of them on it, so I'll take it. Let's hope the queue for the next one is not as lengthy.
Those confounded Nerubians are still lurking around my meadery. Clear them out before they steal my cinder brew.
I know, Wentbrand. Grab the 2 of these as we wait. Where's that average time? 8 minutes. Which is the nature of the beast. You win some, you lose some.
That's that then.
Much prefer it's a close
Can you
fight.
imagine what those multi-limbed freaks would have done with even a drop of cinder brew?
Alright, Wentbrand. We're friends with a load of Nerubians now. Come on. Have some decorum. Don't seem to have any war supply cache or anything being dropped down onto the map. Group of friends over there. Will not be gathering near them. No, 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 no. I can sometimes 2v1, but any more than that, it's not going to be good. I'm more confident doing that on the Paladin back in the day. But you have a lot more defensive tools at your disposal. Or at least, you know, bubble. Which I do miss not having when I play other characters. Should get out of jail free card. I'm a bubble. I'm going to put on my horse and I'm going to run away. And bump. I like that one. It's very unintrusive. It's just a little bump. I've done like a full lap of the Isle of Dawn. Change it up and go to the Ringing Deeps next. Bit of wax. Gimme, 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 gimme. A bit more wax. The Ringing Deeps was where the Sparks of War quest was this week, so there'll probably still be folks out and about there trying to get that finished. last day before reset. I always find in WoW, especially for those herding together as a group, it is either the day of reset, where I think that's when most folks tend to get all those weeklies banged out, or the day before the next reset. Squish, squish. No bonus wax. Robbed game. Absolutely robbed. Right, up, up and away. I think at this point for this snuffling mini game of getting the wax, I think we have seen all the different variants. Even so close as this past week though, we found that new one where you jump up and down on the slime. More things like this game. Oh, hello. Casual rock elemental just chilling. Not even interactable. Fallen asleep. A nice little detail. Right, let's head down to the Ringing Deeps. Change it up a little bit. The rating game now, a little more of a slog. That's to be expected. Again, I'm not trying to get huge amounts of rating. I'm not pushing to be top percent by any means. We're just looking for that 1800, that delicious transmog. We've won about half the games in the weekly stuff, and overall it's about 50-50. I'll take that. It's very generous that every loss it hasn't always lost us rating. I think that's very kind. Whereas getting the mount, which is wins while above 1,000, seems to be a very small percent each time. So that's a chunk more of a grind. I wouldn't mind getting the vicious mount, but it's not. Mounts bother me less. No. How could they do this? There's no caches or alt, are there? No. Some quests to do out. Go down for the PvP one. Get a chunk of gold of it. Want a Raffi Basin again? Some days you never see a battleground at all, and then suddenly back to back to back. Everyone there, group buff. Oh. Thunder Fury Evoker. Very fancy. The Ghost of Thunder Fury, or is that actually a transmog for it? I've got like one half of the sword on my mains bank. Never ended up getting the rest. Mistweaving Monk. That's a fancy transmog. Or subtle effect. Don't even know where the shoulders are from. There's the PvP Vicious Mount for the Alliance side this season. Flying Skittery Spider. Priest in the set of PvP gear. The Druid again on that Thulgurub Tiger. The Human Warrior. With the double Garrosh axes and the shoulder pads. He's really feeling it. He's raring to go. Derek, if you wouldn't mind, just want to sell you my junk. Thank you. We're on the Horde side this time. And in rated battlegrounds, factions don't really come into it. It's just queuing and getting us in. Well, that's a Warlock. Oh, we've like the tentacle shoulder pads and then some of the current stuff. Very nice. This person using the trading post set. Then either they got the broom on the trading post last year, or they've had to go to the store. Unfortunate. Not a decision I necessarily agree with. If something was earnable last year on the trading post, I'd say put it back on the trading post for the following year. Let people pick between the newest Halloween or seasonal thing and that one. But in this case, they were like, put it on the shop for 20 quid. They can't argue with the results, though, unfortunately. There was a statistic shared. You may have heard of the YouTuber Pirate Software. That when they worked at Blizzard, the first store mount WoW had, which was the Celestial Horse, like a winged horse, I've got it somewhere in here, it was very early on, managed to outsell like the entirety of StarCraft 2. You can see why people microtransaction. All that stuff. Swap to that one. Burny, 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 bam. Swap target. Oh, deflecting, swap again. Can't, they're doing ultimate whatever that is. Sleepwalk. Nah, that they immediately got out of. Way down they go. Alright, I can remove those bleeds. Doi. Okay, we should... Where'd that druid come from? Nope. I'm afraid not druid. Going to get beams down. Yep, afraid so. Very bold. Come attack us 1v3, but sure. We're not on the points fighting him. Oh, swung in the other direction this game. How many are down there? One. Closer. Can I sleepwalk them and manage to take the point? Oh, I made a miss. Oh, nope, no, I can't. Not with two of them. No, better to live and fight another day, if you'll excuse me. You thought better of it as well. No point wasting time dying there when we could go and help someone else. A lot of us rotating around for the stables. Can assist with that. Or the blacksmith comes up again. Okay, they've almost won that fight.
I am out of range.
Take the flag as well. Somebody help! We don't have it! What are they doing? You fools! You fools! Oh my god! I was away. You're all there. You won the fight and then you sodded off before we got it. Ugh. Much sadness. Ooh. I've been rocked. That's new.
I do not have a target.
Oh, come on, give me it, give me it, give me it. Yes!
Something first.
Woo! I'll take the 1v1. Even if all these dots are going to... Nope, not dead. I mean, I'm here. I might as well try and... Oh, no, they're going to be straight back again. Give me it, 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 give me it. Ah. No, don't the hunt me. That's where all the damage is. Oh, this one's just us getting trounced. Again, though, it's like, for that fight up there at the stables, where it was like 5v1, we won the fight. For whatever reason, the priest was behind everyone, capped it, and everyone just left. Are you just choosing AFK? Like, what's happening there? Like, you're not fighting. You've give up. Gameplay sabotage. Like, they're just not playing the game at that point. Ah, the match is over. Who cares? Ah, dear. And there goes the rating for it. Oh, it hurts. On the higher end of our team. We're about higher than most of those. That's alright for me. Well, that attitude of, do you know what? I'm going to just give up and not play the PvP game because I only accept wins. And otherwise, what is point in play? It will never not frustrate me to the ends of the earth. Just internally, it's like, why do you play video games? You think every win should be handed to you on a platter and you're not willing to fight. Ah. Well, it's hardly the only offender of such things. Happens in a huge number of games. Pretty much every PvP game. I don't know, is it a I wouldn't even say it's a generational thing. I know folks in my bracket or older who are very much the same. Not touching that easy mine. No, 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 no. Shoo, 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 shoo. Another easy mine. Which NPC went around and rigged everything with dynamite? I need to know so I can destroy them. Might be this one. Oh. Hang on, let me knock myself up to Gundagaz. Put me in a safe spot for a moment. Here we go. Odd that Merodar lets players still attack each other, but here it does not. Interesting. Alright. I'm just going to take a quick bio break as we're queuing. We just bob it in the chat with a tap it in. There we go. Alright. Leave that up. Leave that hovered. And I will be right back, folks. See you in a moment. And we're back. Thank you for your patience. Let me just get wheeled in. Oi. Set back on. Oh. One of these days, I'll nip for a bio break, and the queue will pop, and we'll all be very sad. But it is not this day. This day we've... You've got to stop yourself before you quote Lord of the Rings too much, or you just devolve into quoting the entire movie. Let's have a swig of his tea. Oh, we are beyond lukewarm. We are getting cold. All right. I think this coming week on the reset, we won't be using our little Weaver gathering buff here because I believe I got a maxed out this week. I know a lot of people wanted to do the Crypt Lord first just to get the title a noob. Because, you know, people love that kind of silly thing. Doesn't tell us on here. It will be in... Yes, we are Mastermind with the Weaver. Collaborator with the other two. Brand is level 39 out of 60. Activate this plant so it gives us a portal. Oh no. There's rich bismuth right there. I'll be back for you, bismuth. Ooh, very nice. Nah. Forgot. If I wasn't a Drakfear with Glide, I'm sure those would have done me in several times by now. Excuse me, slug. Don't mind me. Bit of knowledge. Keep building it up. Gross web door. Get spat on. It's weird. Some wax underneath a console, but then disappeared. Oh, and we're in. Deep Hall Ravine. Big Emerald Dream armor set there. As every armor set, mighty on a Tauren. Ooh. That's a fancy paladin set. That's one of the Dragonflight colours for their raid set. With that tabard and that sword, that works very well. And then we have Lumberjack Orc Hunter. Oh, I love seeing people's transmogs. I know mine's a mess on the Evoker right now. Demon Hunter's some of the rated stuff. This person has gone Cobalt Candle Wax and Minimalist. Night Elf using their Heritage set. See them a lot. Which is good, they're really good sets. Vast majority of the Heritage armors. Even if not all the quest lines were up there, the sets are all pretty fantastic. Whoa, he has a meat grinder. A meat wagon. That was like a missable mount, right? That can no longer be a... Let me have a look. Meat. Yep, it was a promotional mount. That is no longer available. I'm not sure when from, though. It's a pretty fancy mount. It can't have been that long ago. In the texture work. Pretty nice model. Maybe with Wrath and Lich King Classic. I like that how he sits on the one side of it. Well, Paladin even has a mount to match. It's a fancy fox creature. Look at that. See, as much as I love transmog, I've never gotten to the point of matching mounts with them.
Your task is to secure
grab some nibbles. They
They
don't come into play often, but
Ruffius does the same. Focus your attention on escorting the minecarts and on seizing the crystal in the
not really
center
heard
of the
Uzjak's
mine.
here.
Failure is not an option.
Right, We go into the minecarts. For this one, you grab the different carts going round, so they're tagged. And then you can gather the crystal in the centre. There's one there.
I am out of
The
range.
crystal is formed deep within the mine. Seize it before Ruffius
Dunjitsu in the chat. I think it was from Warcraft 3 Reforged. Ah, that wouldn't surprise me. I missed out on that after hearing how poorly it went. I was very excited about Warcraft 3 Reforged, and then they walked back a load of the interesting stuff they were going to do with it. And then obviously it came out in the state that it did, which was just unfortunate. A real shame as well. Could have used that big shot in the arm to get more folks back on the RTS train. Especially with stuff like Age of Empires 4 come out and a few other games people were excited for. So they're constantly kicking themselves. And they outsourced most of it as well, which was bad.
Too far away.
Put you to sleep. Should try and nick this crystal while everyone's here. Ooh, that's nice. The monk kept us off it there. Pop our cooldowns, do the instant big breath. Pop our heal on the ground. Cover these while they take it. It was a real shame. So it was a real shame. Actually, I loved the original. I got to it after WoW itself. I wasn't someone who had played it before WoW and then WoW came out. I'd played, I know, into Burning Crusade at that point, and then went back to it just to catch up with the story and the things I'd missed, and ended up absolutely loving it. So for it to get shafted in the way it did, very unnecessary.
I am out of range. I do not have a tongue.
Nullifying Shroud. Accidentally wind buff, but we're fine. Play the curses.
A crystal is formed deep within the mine. Seize it before Ruffius does.
Okay, you can grab the crystal and you can take it to either side of the battlefield. In this case, I will take it this way. See, it's kind of highlighted up there. So if the enemy team, for example, came riding along those minecarts and they killed me on my way to here, they could just take it up here and get the points themselves, which works quite well. And I think that encourages you to go after them. Oop. Oh, somebody popped Bloodlust. We need to get into... So another thing, I keep forgetting Fury of the Aspects, which is my version of Bloodlust on the Evoker. Right, we've got our little cart here. Let's try and get around to the other one.
The crystal is formed deep within
Get a big stun on folks.
Seize it before Ruffius does.
Pop our cooldowns. Pop some defensives. Or pop both defenses.
Too far away.
Sometimes tab targeting completely buggers me. Sometimes you're alright. Oh. Need to get Nullifying Shroud back up. Bring him down. There we go. That's one. Get up here. Shoot. No, we not got this one.
I am out of range.
Oh, booped. That's alright. We're pretty far ahead. We're about double their score.
One of our carts is leaving the station. Do not let it fall into Ruffius's clutches.
Oh no, silence. I'm rooted in here. That's bad.
Too far away.
Ooh, it all came out so fast. That was really well played by them. I've not had a balanced druid rock my world like that. Pretty cool though. Maybe I will play balance when I get to druid. I was worried it wouldn't be effective at all in battlegrounds, but that worked pretty well. Revenge. We may have a friend with us, but it's still revenge. Aye, and they blew all of it at once. That was... I think it was a combination of the root and getting us in that big silence beam. Did really well. Right, let's move on over. Not completely rest on his laurels. Suddenly back at full health.
A crystal is formed deep within the mine. Seize it
Where if we get some
before Ruffius
stuns.
does. I need to target something first.
Pop some defensives. Hey!
The machine speakers will put these materials to good use.
Wasn't as high on the damage as I'd like to have been that time. We were nearly at the bottom there. Like some matches I've managed to do 200 mil, somewhere on the lower end. It's still hard for me to judge. Decent chunk of conquest though. A little bit more rating. It's on the up. We'll take it. Let's get queued up for the next one. Still not broken the 1700 yet. Nope, same bug. That wax does not want to be found. That's okay. This is not the most convenient place to be gathering of things, but sure. Yep, knew that was coming. Get ourselves down and about and head towards that little PvP area, because why not? Gotta keep gathering as we go. Eventually this is just going to make alt life super easy. Or it is a big pile of gold we're sitting on. Especially when we get up to the point where we're able to refine all of these resources straight into the highest quality. So they do a little better on the auction house. Would be the hope. Always try and do bismuth. Stolen Iridali blindfold. My blindfold. I can't see you without my blindfold. Very silly game. I like little things like that though. Bismuth for our mining is like the one we've got maxed out over there, which means we're more likely to get null stones, which are the rarer gatherable in there. Oh, a bag. Take that while we're here, I suppose. More stuff. Never going to turn my nose up at more stuff. We're raring some more.
I must get closer.
blob. Nope, it's mine. Now, the enemy faction player could come and kill me, and then take it, but thought better of it.
I do not have a target.
Bit of rep. Can't argue with that. And the little PvP area we're heading down to is like a free-for-all. It doesn't matter what faction you're on, you're just kind of fighting everyone there. Which can work out quite well, unless you're running into groups. If you run into a full group in there, you're just going to get farmed on. Again, if you're doing your Sparks of War quest, every world quest will get you about 10. And every bit of the little wax piles you find, they can have like up to 5 in them. So it's a really good way. You're just flying about, you see one of these. Again, if you want to start earning the PvP currencies, but you're not, you know, you're not confident at the fighting yet, you don't feel like you have the gear, whatever the reason may be, you can still very much run around, do world quests, grab wax, and that'll get those Sparks of War sorted for you. A very easy way to get yourself eased in to PvP things. I think like with everything else the War Within's trying to do, in terms of things being evergreen, rejuvenating older systems, trying to give more stuff to every part of the player base. I think with our little escapades into both gearing through war mode and solo rated Blitz at endgame now, I think they've done very well in that regard. Certainly need to do a bit more work on refreshing older battlegrounds, like the difference between seeing like redone Warsong Gulch and then going into like Eye of the Storm, pretty massive. Oh, you want to go?
I need to target something first.
Panic fighting on this thing. Oh, and then you've got friend. Oh, I'm stuck. Nice. Oh, but then a whole thing is broken out. Alright. Alright. People want to fight. I don't know why I panicked being on the mount. Surely that was just an advantage. Oh, it might be a group. Yeah, that's looking like a group. When all of them just turn around and all hit me. That's the risk of it, as I said earlier. It's alright. We will go for bowls. Now there is a chance while we're lingering around here, they're like, let's get him.
Take them
Hello.
on, if you think you're up to it.
They said there was a bounty, which means that bounty appeared and then was immediately killed. Bounties are another good thing between them and the caches you can get. Even if you don't land any hits on the target or get into the fight with the chest, you can loot like the bounty bags if your faction killed it. You can loot the chest if your faction did it. And it is a good chunk of conquest. You know, it's over a match's worth. You're not getting wins every time. Very useful. Come here, mole. The one inside. Oh, they've done it again. Shoot.
I am out of range.
That didn't make much sense. But mate, you have a healer. What do you want here? Can he help you? It's alright, it does out their quest as well. Again, it's either moles or players, so by killing me, they're getting that percentage up higher. Ooh. Garden are swarming. Does that mean somebody's doing the world boss? Yep, put it on the Evoker. Not that it really matters if we have or not. I just... Nope, they're just kind of out and about. That's alright.
I admire how you handle yourself on the battlefield. Some intruders.
Are you
need
sure,
to
Brim?
see
It's not
another
going great for me at the moment.
demonstration of your skills.
Yep, they're all part of that group. They're going to fly up after me. Now it is a game of cat and mouse. Which part of the area are they going to be going for? And can we get away with it? They're just killing an AFK druid.
I do not have a target.
Mole! Just fled. It's like, I got nothing to do with this. I'm not getting on you again, little thing. Orientate me. Good effort. Yeah, they're just kind of waiting here. It's alright, we only need another mole or two. We can be on our way. There's the other thing, if you're waiting for PvP queues, by the time we get back again, it's probably sodded off. Oh, that mole wasn't even in the area. It didn't count. Robbed. On back to Deep Hall Ravine. We got our paladin friend again. And the candle mage. Fancy rogue. A few different transmog pieces going on there. Orc mage with some Hollow Force stuff. Hello. A very dapper demon fellow. Come back, I want a better look at you. Don't hide under that yak. Reveal yourself. Heritage armor on the Night Elf. Fancy blue monk. With the mount to match. This demon. Oh, ma'am, not fella. My apologies. Made all that work very well with the shirt. That's very nice. Seen some good transmogs here today. I always find it a little hard on the Evoker given, you know, we only really have two pieces to work with outside of our Visage form. Not forget to grab a health stone. Very useful. Fancy owl. I believe that was the sub mount for this set. It's nice, it's a pretty enough mount. Old ass tiger for the Night Elf. Look at its old face. And there are more modern lightsabers and mounts like that, but people still like having the old janky ones. I'm sorry, that Orc Mage has a Murloc backpack. I haven't... Why have you done this, Mage?
Welcome to the Deep Hall Ravine, friends. Our job today, gather as many minerals and gems as we can carry before Oozjax gets to them. To do that,
Alright, off we go again.
you'll have to stick close to the mine carts and grab hold of the shiny crystal in the
And
center
do
of
what
the
I always
track.
do, which is get in one of these and
Let's
fly
get
to the
to
other
it.
side, because it's fun. Whee! Any of the other team? Yep, they did. Just ping to let them know. There might be a rogue sat on this.
I see a crystal down in the mines. Grab it before Oozjax gets to it.
Okay, we got this one. Now we go into the back of the fight.
I must get closer.
Goodbye, mage. defensive. Grab that health stone. Pop over heal. Swap target. Root him in place. Breathe more frosty breath on him. Our other defensives because that one is going for us. Mean Hunter. Oh, saved by a healer. Was very fortunate.
Too far away. I require a target.
Come on, go get it up there. There you go, Monk.
Welcome to the Deep Hall Ravine, friend. Our job today, gather as many minerals and gems as we can get
Oh, a bit of frame rate.
before Oozjack
Ow.
gets to them.
Ooh, shot in the back. Still ahead at the moment, assuming, yes, we are in fact on Alliance. Takes me a moment in the rated battlegrounds. Right, we're going to have a cart spawn here, and then we can jump over to the other side and try and get that one.
Oozjax has a cart leaving his quarry. I say we take it for ourselves.
That got grabbed immediately, so assumably there's someone over by this one as well. Bob Nullifying Shroud, as it might well be a rogue. I don't want to get repeatedly sapped. Wait till I turn it. Oh, then go grab that heal.
I am out
Quiet.
of range.
Retreat! No time to retreat. Run, rogue! I should have rooted and then run. That was the plan. Root first, then fly away. I've got a decent amount of burst, but I don't think it's enough burst to try and knock down 2 or 3 of them when there's a healer nearby. Our mistakes were made. Oh, barely. Barely mage. Hold still, let me just... Right, let's get back to the middle and fight for the gem.
I must get closer.
Everybody just a little bit out of range. Sleepwalk the Drakthea.
Welcome to the Deep Hall Ravine, friend. Our job today, gather as many minerals and gems as we can carry before Oozjax gets to them.
Forwards.
Welcome to the Deep Hall Ravine, friend. Our job today,
Oh no, I'm in the thick of it.
gather as many minerals and gems. I see a crystal
We need to
down
pull back
the
a little
mine.
bit. There's too many of them there.
Before Oozjax gets to it.
Stick with the team. Ow, ow, ow. Alright, go on, mage. Get that gem. What do you mean, no? Okay, you don't have to go the enemy's way with it. You can go the other way. I'm not going to give them much space there. I think they're away with it, though.
I am out of range.
Oozjax has a cart leaving his... Welcome to the Deep Hall Ravine, friends. Our
I
job
must get
today,
closer.
gather
Oh, we're
as
going down.
many minerals and gems as we can carry before Oozjax gets to them. Nice work. The hall
On the lower side of my damage there. We got the win.
has
Trying to keep an eye on what everyone else manages to do.
Grab it
About middle of the
before
pack there, it's
Oozjax
okay.
gets to it.
Can be doing better. Can be doing better. There was a lot of panicky moments. But the number's going up. Right, let's see if our friends are waiting for us on the outside or if we're going to be home free.
Scavengers. Clean things up a bit, would you?
Thank you, refuse. Why is a thing dropping? A thing is dropping. And that mole didn't count again. Right, we're flying straight back down here, but there's a chance we can get the water supply crate. That group who were here before were Alliance. Or has it already been grabbed? But who got it? The Horde? Yeah, it's a red beam. That's the Horde box. Sadness. Always a Horde box. That's our queue time. 9 minutes, it says. It was only about 5 or 6 minutes last time, but there we are. Got to finish up getting our gold from these. There we go, one more.
Too far away.
Burn out, burn out, burn out again.
That should take care of it. Maybe now the excavation can continue.
Let me out of combat. Thank you, Mole. Very kind. Freed me. Oh. People are doing the boss.
I admire how you handle yourself on the battlefield. Some intruders.
You're not doing it by yourself, are you, Mage? That seems insane.
Of your skills.
What are you going to do when the boss spawns? Are they hoping other players will come and help?
I need to target something first.
I mean, to be fair, I'm here, but between me and you, we're not soloing this thing. It's just going to kill us. Like, I'll heal you up, like, and you're fine, but we're not exactly tanking it. What's your plan here, Mage? You gonna one-shot the boss? They just left! You've just left it open? Just sowing chaos, I guess. Wild. Each to your own, Mage. Each to their own. Get some shiny ore. Where are you? Oh, it's another one of these goddamn things.
I must get closer.
Where's you
out of
explode it
range.
all? Oh, see, the hitbox was underneath another layer. Inconsistent, mean, dynamite-ridden pile of... Animals got me again. Do I race while we're here? Why not? We got a box. Now these PvP boxes that you get from doing battlegrounds, I tell you now, rarely ever have anything of value. The Marks of Honor are great for going back and getting old PvP transmogs and their warbound, so you can swap them between your various characters.
Welcome. It has been so long. Honor all dragons.
Let's do our quick fly through. And whoosh. I did wonder, especially in Dragonflight, if there'd be a section of like PvP players who would be sat outside dragon races just to grief people, knocking them out of their mounts. But in Dragonflight you had like a gun that you could get that would dismount people mid-air. But I didn't see that in stuff like that. In like the free-for-all zones, that happened a fair bit, but I didn't see it being used to grief folks, fortunately. They have chosen for this expansion, as far as I'm aware, there is no dismounty gun this time around. You say that, Andy, but I have landed on top of those mines and been exploded. I think it very much depends where they spawn, because I had that theory as well, like, oh, I'm just going to land on top of each one, and then I got punished for it. So I just don't trust them at all. I think you're right, it works better on average. Like, on average, it is not going to chuck explodey bits on itself. But I warn you now, it can happen. And it has been the death of me. Sometimes they bug out and they throw all their explosives in one spot, like directly on it, and they all trigger at once. And then bang. Nightmare. Hey, and off we go again. And again.
Someone didn't get the message. These are earthen resources.
Silver Shard Mines. Blue Priest. It's very Night Fae looking. I don't even recognise a lot of that gear. That's very nice. Fancy Dwarf. Fancy Kultiran. Look at these two coming in. Chest hair out. The big white gloves. Popular shaman set on that one. Full set on that priest. And then some enjoyed regular druid stuff. That Dark Iron Dwarf and the Kultiran really coming in hot. Oh, I love it. Maybe one day, now that Drakthir are getting more classes, maybe one day they can put the resources in to kind of make gear fit them a little better, so they don't have to worry about just having it not appear. From what I understand, it was just a nightmare to try and get everything modelled and sat on them. You see what it does to like Worgen heads and Tauren heads, how gear kind of, whatever AI they have, stretching the gear to fit. Because otherwise that's a huge amount of like work hours to get those things done. It's a necessary evil and a good use of AI, you know, trying to get those things sorted out. But for whatever reason, they could not get it going for the rest of the Drakthir. Now, at least if you're curious and want the ability just to soar on one but don't want to be fighting in your little dragon form, the other classes that will come for them in the anniversary patch, you can use your Visage form and you can just fight there. I have overloaded one of those exploding mines, Andy. First day of the expansion, I stood on it, overloaded it, and went, oh, it's going to explode. I'm going to bubble. It didn't care. It went through the bubble and one-shot me. Absolutely wild.
Too far away.
Could not save them in time. Stuns. Ow. Speaking of. Not quite off cooldown yet. Ooh, sneaky beggar. We've lost that fight. Unfortunately. Did manage to make it out alive. Nazgrim, go away. Back to your Legion Order hull. Probably try and catch this Warlock out while they're alone. Fall Rot is a horrendous name for ability. Awful stuff. Awful. In the good sense, I'm sure that's what the Affliction Warlock wants.
I am out of range.
Move it round. Pop those two. Pop that one while we're here. Fail swipe them. Get the interrupt. More breath.
Too far away. I do not have a target. I require a
Okay,
target.
got that one at least. It's enough folks to keep it right through the end. We'll grab another. Oh, he's immune when he's on the horse. Okay. Still not got used to all the different things of the various hero classes. Finish it, finish it. Shoot. I didn't go off the edge. Why? I did the wing flap. Oh, they all went flying.
I must get closer.
Get out of here. Okay, caught that. See if we can finish any off on the way around. Or don't let him go back up to it. Get the healer back towards the fight. Might as well make some use of rescue. Whoa, wrong way round.
I am out of range.
Had to keep folks off the point, but it looks like that one's going to be more than taken. Aye. We away. Oh, that was his mirror image. That was clever. It even fooled me.
I need to target something first.
Oh, that monkey business. It's in like monk with a white. Rid of some of these bleeds. Oh, and then they do that little invisibility thing. Got it. Right, they're away. That's alright. Should have that pulled in now. Still behind though.
I must get closer.
Ouch. We are too close to the sun. And I can't see a bloody thing. Spinning kick heals. Okay, that hit a good chunk of them, but not with both healers on there. Pretty even keel, other than they've got two minecarts. Need to try and go for the one where it is not swarmed. Assumably the one without two healers, or the other two without two healers, are probably easier to grab, but you never know. A lot of us are still going and fighting for it. Oh, this is a separate one, that's fine. Okay. We're not getting the one down there. We might get the one higher up. I think they're all coming off with it.
Too far away.
Hey, we blew them off. Want to hit this for my team. Oh, goodness. Just about got it. See, that time my damage was over 200 mil. Why? What was the difference? I don't know. I don't know. Isn't an Evoker I can compare myself to, but I can be happy with that. Maybe because everyone's more grouped up in the mines and it's just, you know, larger conflicts in terms of bodies on the field.
Someone didn't get the message. These are earthen resources. We need you to mount a defense.
Why am I... Oh, so I accidentally pulled a full pack from down there. I'm gonna die. Okay, not dead. All is fine. Right, sod this. Goodbye, this area. No, 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 no. Let's sign up for another. Okay, we've passed the 1700 mark. We're on our way. That elite transmog gear. sell stuff. Let's open our box. Get sod all, but it's fine, I guess. I think also in the next patch, the anniversary stuff, they'll put the Dragonflight PvP gear onto Mark of Honor vendors, so that will help. Give something to potentially go and buy with them. Got plenty of lovely sets in Dragonflight. I've done it again. Put myself in the poo. And it's fine. I just worry too much. And we do have a lot of them now. It'll be a while in the expansion before I get to the point of, let's go back and do old transmog farms. It has been some time though. All the warband changes should make that way more doable, given that we can pick up pretty much everything now and have it count. Now we're looking, what, 10-minute average? Ayy. Any of these of us quick? That's Valor Stones. How many Valor Stones am I sat on? Enough to need more. Again, unless I'm very much mistaken, it does very little for your actual PvP gear itself. But it does help when you're using it out in the open world. But it doesn't make it any stronger within a battleground. As far as I'm aware, the game is unclear in that regard. Shiny herb. It's a wax end, of course. Oh, we help. Did you sap this big fella? I can boop him for you. There you go. Have a good time. Oh, it's up on that ledge. We needn't have saved them at all. It's fine. More knowledge. We'll take it. More mushrooms. And Drakthir also getting a formational saw. So you can do this with two party members and can saw... What's the word? Information. That was it. Which is pretty interesting, and I'm sure something they can then add to skyriding on other mounts. I don't see why not. It's like a no-brainer. If you're going to implement it for the Drakthir, why couldn't you implement it for every other flying mount? But maybe they're testing it. Again, it's all well and good saying it seems easy, but you can't really armchair game dev. Even having studied it for a number of years and managing to be like, I am not going to be able to pull this off. It's very complicated and very silly. In a way of the smallest pointless thing can break stuff. And finding how that has happened can be an absolute nightmare in its own right. Especially with a game as old as WoW now. I imagine trying to figure all that out is an absolute nightmare for the dev team. But the foundational changes of, like, the warband stuff, hoping for, that at least makes things easier for them. Like, they've got their hands really deep in that old code and ripped it apart and been like, right, now the game will work like this. Maybe that bodes well for how much they can iterate in the future. We'll see if War Within is the start of this trilogy, after all. We can only assume their... what's the word? Their ambitions are higher than Midnight and The Last Titan going forward. And they are remaking old areas with those rather than building a completely new landmass. Not to say that's not going to be its own set of challenges. I imagine it takes like the edge off that initial design process. Midnight's probably not far off being somewhat ready to play at this point. They're getting it into testing. I'm sure the bones are all very much there. Couple of seconds and we burn them alive and take their candles. How's our queue looking? Oh, it's gone up to 11 minutes. Sadness. I love that flyby for this hero spec. Again, I wanted to really like the other spec that Evoker had, or that Devastation had, where you build up dots and then erupt them on the target, but compared to being able to like drive your deep breath and have like those commanders just come in, doesn't seem anywhere nearly up to snuff. Especially when I didn't know much about Evoker. Oh. Felt like it was going to be an effort in futility. And also the animation for it when you hit the engulf button, again, is the other one on here. Flame Shaper. When you hit the button, you just kind of go, ah, hand up, and a little red glow kind of boops the enemy. And especially compared to your friend comes flying in and does a bombardment. Very much underwhelming. I'd rather like you hit that button and then just they immediately are covered in an explosion. The sound effect, you know, boom, you want something impressive. These hero talents. Then again, not knowing how Evoker really played, and even now having played it a chunk, it's like stacking dots on them and I'm like, right, so I have Fire Breath dot. I can make Living Flame have a dot with some talents, maybe. Fire doesn't. Disintegrate only while we're channeling it, so when does Erupt come in? You know what I mean? It felt like it. Compared to how easy the other one is just to pick up, it was like, well, I'm not going to figure that out. It's not going to be as useful for my teammates in battlegrounds. That's the other thing. When I mark a target with this Scale Commander one, those bombardments can be triggered by your allies. Like, that just feels great when you're trying to help out each other out in a group setting. That's a fancy, fancy Frosty Mage. I like that transmog, done a lot of work there. What we got here? Demon Hunter, you're wearing the more modern stuff and your blades are very much covered in lightning and wind. I see you're having a good time. Old school PvP Hunter set. Red Eye. It's a little edgy, but I like it. Got an Explorer Shaman. Taking it casually. I love those looks. I have a couple on my main as well. Big Sabertooth Kitty mount. Druid set is that. That's like the evil rotted plants type look. Marksmanship Hunter who've gone all arcane crystals. Shadow Priest in the ragged Harbinger we've seen from the trading post. Ah, Lady of War. Lord and Lady of War, that was one of them bigger PvP titles, wasn't it? Oh, we get the title now, Lieutenant. Cool. Let me see. Justica, that one takes... I like that title. It just took a bit of a while. Battle Master's a tough one. Khan's a tough one. Still loads to get. Let's get moving. You taking it? No. It's so strange compared to the regular battleground where everyone kind of stands around to grab this first point. Here people are actively avoiding them. Right, ideally we want to go with teammates. How many went down there? We went 2 down here. Let's go assist them.
require a target.
Yep, grab it. Grab it. Ooh, ow, 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 ow. You see that? I went from no dots to all of the dots. And it happened so fast. Nullifying Shroud. Got at the start of the fight to activate it, and then I'd have probably been okay there. God damn it. No. Don't you touch the stables. Don't go. Don't go. Wait. There's a druid here. Oh, I missed. If you're going to go into your big tree form, I will do my flame breath. That's fine. We just want to duke it out here. Oh no, they're friends. Retreat! Go away, Moonbeam. Doesn't cure magic. Stars going to keep falling, aren't they? Might as well wait for this to pop at this point. Oh, we cannot. We are getting battered everywhere else on the battlefield. What is happening? Farm we can't contest. We can at least try and fight the lumber mill.
I am out of range.
Where's the rest of the team, though?
I must get closer.
No, don't let him get it. Don't let him get it. This one is just a rough loss. I was tangoing with two druids. The rest of the map was being overrun. Don't give up. At least come in and fight. Come on. Come on, let's go with this one now. Or you can just... Come on, let's get one more. Let's go give him a fight. No, can't be asked. Hey. Damage on the lower end as well. Still middle of the pack here, but lower end overall. I'm glad that one's a rating unchanged. Which is odd, even though given... Well, they still get rating on the other team, so it's not like it's huge. Oh, but for those at the much higher end, that'd be frustrating. Oh, dearie me. Dearie me. Yep, excuse me. Wait, let us... Where am I? Where are these candle flickers that I was fighting? What happened? It's queued up again.
It's time. Go take candle.
I need to target something first.
And we did, Cobalt.
Not so strong
We did.
without candle, are they?
They had the candle before we killed them, Skitter. Cobalts in their candles. Right, all queued up. I'm going to fly us over to Gundargaz. Going to take a moment. Going to nip for a quick bio break. Going to refill his drink. Grab some water. Should still be supping the cold tea. Well, let me just clear out my junk.
I see some valuable resources in the area.
I'm not doing it, Ruffius.
Get ready to
I need the
grab
bathroom. I'm not going to go just get murdered by horde people. It's fine. Right, let's bob up the thing. Tappity tap. Here we are. Bob that. Bob that. Right. We'll be back soon. Get yourselves a beverage. See you in a moment. And we're back. Thank you for your patience, folks. Queue hasn't popped. Quite fortunately. Pull ourselves back in. Whoop, there we are. Wait. Alright. Got our stein of water refilled. Chug the rest of our horrendously cold tea. Because of the bit of honey I have to put in the bottom to try. Oh, hit the mic as we do it. Just to take the edge off, like the overexertion on the voice. Oh. Handy little trick from my D&D days. If you're going to spend 6 hours doing orc voices, you need something to take the edge off.
Otherwise, you're just gonna sound like this for 3 hours and your throat is gonna die.
It's very grim. Especially when it fits like a city of orcs and half-orcs, and every character has that voice to some varying degree. Where's that quest? Hang on, that wasn't a Warbound quest. What is this? Hello?
You don't look busy enough.
This blasted forge is on its last legs. We'd repair it, but stonemason is stuck. Picked up a shift at Ironhall Station while the causeway collapsed, and well, there's no one to fix it anymore. You can figure out a way of getting it running hot again. Gundergaz would be in your debt.
Back to work.
Okay. Oh, it's a Drakfir specific quest. Oh, that's cool. Or an Evoker specific quest. I love stuff like this. There you go.
We all have our tasks.
Whoa. I've never seen anything like that. You just keep fire in your throat. Now that's a trick I'd be keen on learning.
If that is all.
That's nice. I didn't realise there was one in Hallowfall on the Paladin where we were going around and either healing or like blessing people. Keep an eye out for those different quest markers. I wonder what else they've got there and if they plan on expanding that. Obviously, I don't think we're going to get anything in the veins of like Legion where every class has their own distinct quest lines. And even in Legion, that was not necessarily true 100% of the time. Some of the quests overlapped. Like a lot of them were taking you to the Dark Riders of Karazhan, were hoarding artifacts, and different classes had to go and fight them, which kind of took the wind out of your sails a little bit. But there was plenty of bespoke stuff in there. How much conquest am I sat on? Oh, not enough for an upgrade. I thought by now we might have. Is a slow burn. Bear that in mind for alts. At least getting the full honor set was relatively easy, especially if you're doing battlegrounds while leveling. I just wish, when you compare battleground experience to just questing, to world quests, to certainly spamming dungeons, the numbers are just nowhere near. Even on the win XP, it's not where you'd like it to be for the time you spend.
These are earthen resources. We need you to mount a defense.
I'm afraid, Brimp, I'm a little busy. I was making my way to Hallowfall just for a change of pace. Ooh! Temple of Kopmogu. I like this one a lot. Win or lose, I just like this one a lot. It's a fancy horde-looking Tauren. Got his blindfold, he's got his big scythe. Warrior wearing the tier set. That's the elite one. Shiny yellow lightning. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm a sucker for lightning. But I'm not a big fan of all those horns. The old tier 2 druid set, that'll be seeing a refresh and an upgrade for the anniversary patch coming out. It's not replacing the old sets, you're just getting a new set to go along with. That's a fancy warlock one. Were they pre-shoulder pads, or was that? They're wearing some of the new set, and the elite one, given the colour of it. They've got the Harvester. It's an old school mage set. Looks like he's straight out of Wrath of the Lich King. And not a tank. Don't get tanks too often in these. Got Paladin with the gear. Sure. Get everybody buffed. Now for this one, for those who don't know, arena here, 4 balls in the corners. Someone has to grab them. The closer you are to the centre, the more points you earn. Everyone tends to grab them and try and hold the centre for the entirety of the match. You don't really get someone grabbing one and running off to the sides with it. A, you don't get subtle points. B, you can be picked off easily. And C, I just never see anyone doing it. Maybe there's something to be said for a group of 10 of you. If you're all on comms and you're working together in a pre-made group of 10, maybe you can get them and just do a big old run around the side. I don't know. It'd be very funny if that was the case. Ooh. Oh wow, it's a mist gladiator mount. I can't remember the last time I've seen the cloud serpents with those. No, we really wanted to get them at that time. We didn't play enough. Got a couple of pieces of the elite set in mists on the paladin. Never enough to get one of the mounts. Again, those are different from the vicious mounts you can get. I did not. Nullifying Shroud. Now we do it.
I am out of range.
Too much cocoon. Swap target. Self heals. Stuns, and then we root them in place if we can. Remember, the ball carriers will take increased damage as the fight goes on. They will drop eventually as long as you can keep the pace up.
I do not have a target.
Do a boop on the healer. Whoa, mistake.
I must get closer.
Nope.
Too far away.
So they drop them pretty quick.
I am out of range.
Not quite. Oh, I hate this. I think I can breath out of it. Need to grab the balls.
Too far
That was
away.
the orange one. That's up and to the side. Running for it. Go grab the purple one. No, no, no. Pop some cooldowns, get in the center with it. So many hots and dots. Okay, let me cast. Behind at the moment. But again, for this one, I just like how much of a fight it always is. Everyone's scrambling for the balls. And if you can grab all of them, you can turn it around, even if you're really behind. At the moment, we're in a spot of bother. Oh, they're just going to get... Shroud again. Don't turn and get him.
Out of range.
I'm too slow. That was dumb.
I must get closer.
On road. I should have ignored him and gone straight for the center to keep bumping points up. The center looks just as dangerous. Absolute waste of a deep breath as well.
Too far away. I need to target something first. I require a target.
Nasty stuff. Silly shadow ball. They're away. Blue's not got, red's not got. They've been picking them up real quick. Get in there. A defeat. That's all right. Back middle of the pack on damage wise, I'll take that. Most there. Shadow Priest. And then Shadow Priest again. Ooh. Seeing that more and more Shadow Priest doing. There was a match yesterday where we saw 3 Shadow Priests all at 300 million on the enemy team. That was terrifying.
Someone didn't get the message. These are earthen resources.
You say this every time, Brim.
We need you
We
to
get the
mount
message.
a
I know you need my help, but I'm going to Hallowfall. Not even regardless of where Sparks of War are. Much as I like the Isle of Dawn's music, I think most people enjoy Hallowfall best. Oh, this quest can be a nightmare. Just because of the spawn rate. I think I read this on my main. Yes, I did. They were putting a bottle into the water.
The sacred flame is powerful. Even those outside our faith.
Hopefully there's not too many people about here to get in the way of me getting these big ones. First few weeks of this specific world quest, you could never kill enough of these things. Rather, they weren't spawning very quickly. Harvest the corpse. But nothing in particular.
Be you well?
I do be well. Goodbye. Grim to give them dialogue before we kill them. What's our average looking at? About 8 minutes. We're alright. Apart from that first set, it's been relatively steady this morning. More. Oh, and there they are. Come here, please.
The flame burns
Hey.
bright with the faith of the Arathi. But it takes a true champion to wield it with such conviction.
Either they increase the spawn rate or there's just not as many people fighting over them. Get moving to the next. Not interested in coffer keys on this character. It'd be nice if we could transfer coffer keys to our other characters, but I imagine the reasons we don't are just for gearing and itemization's sake, which I always hate as an answer, but I can understand it. But players will min-max the buggery out of anything and everything very quickly, and then complain there's not enough content. Pigs of black powder.
The Nerubians are attacking Tanir's ascent. Destroy their siege
I
weapons.
must get closer.
Aye, aye, Faerun. Let me just grab the powder. There's a rare down there. Is it being fought? Nope. Hello. Get that bit of rep. Oh, that one didn't have rep. Fair enough. I don't know if that's random or by specific setup for each one. I wouldn't know. It will be on our wiki somewhere. Come here, you. One more. And then we go and put it on some siege engines and jobs are good. Come along, Noodle. Music far too chipper for a war zone. Oh, and I got stuck. Thank you, friend. Is there just a pack of Drakthir following a scale commander around? Is that the lore implication there? Wherever I go. And last one.
With those siege weapons destroyed, our Star Wars can repel the attackers.
Until the world quest comes again. Right, there's one at the top which is coffer keys, and there's one over here which is coffer keys, which I'm not bothered about in either sense. Oh, goodbye all. Do a loop around the zone. Wait until Ruffius tells us someone wants a fight. Or we can go and plant our little seeds, actually. Forget that that's a thing. In Dragonflight, these would kind of... little patches of soil would spawn random places, whereas here they are always at this same farmstead. Which is very useful in terms of just coming in and being like, I have all these herbalism seeds to plant. Though I've only found one type of seed this time. In Dragonflight there are a few different ones that could like spawn elites or rares or different things. Here it seems as though you just put one down and you get some herbs out of it. Which is fine. It's a little bonus on top of the gameplay, but it's lost a bit of that variety. Unless again, like with the wax, there's just aspects of it we have not yet seen. Which is entirely possible. As of yet unproven. One more. There you go, little seed. Lovely. Back to the sky. Where is it? Oh, it's behind here. Tiny bit of null. It'd be pretty lucrative once you have all the different ores maxed out, and every time, instead of getting like a 1 in 5 piece of nullstone, you just get the whole shebang each time. Well, when we checked on the prices, they were way lower on the auction house than they were in those first couple of weeks. It should be expected. Tends to be how the auction house operates. Got some renown rewards in here, we can grab those.
Sacred flame guide your way, friend.
And every character on your warband can seemingly pick these up.
Be prepared. The darkness comes.
And those are the quests. Alright. Could put our Earth Gem in the war bank so our main can pick up those transmogs specifically. The others over here. It's all well and good. Plate is BOE. Can add to the appearance. Nice. That can also go to the war bank. Something in the mail. Is that leftovers from the auction house? I've been slowly selling off all my Dragonflight materials just to free up the war bank. Most of them are selling. It's pretty nice. Now, it seems like Merildar here is the only place in war mode where you can attack other players in a city. I would advise against it, as the local guard just rush you. They chuck like chains at you, or little nets, root you in place, and they will run you down outside of the city as well. Don't recommend it. Maybe you get lucky and you can knock one person out enough if you catch them by surprise, but generally speaking, ain't worth the hassle. Oh, that was caps lock. There we are. Ooh, a bit of weeping. Made a mistake there. You made a mistake, Cole. Why they do this? Give me that bismuth. Slowly bumping him up. How's our queue looking? We're over the average, so it should pop at any moment. Probably have time for 1 or 2 more, depending on the queue. Ooh, full no stone. Nice. Bit of wax. Easy wax. I like that it gives you different crafting material. Even if someone didn't use the auction house, you could then ob some stuff on, make a little bit of money. For me, it's all just adding up to stuff for the eventual alt train. Just wanted to focus on getting the PvP gear sorted first. So all those alt professions is something that can continue throughout the course of the expansion. More knowledge. Right, let's swing ourselves around and head in the direction of Ashkahet. Just so we've gone through each one in the day. Because why not? And even though I haven't got the ability to, like, farm nodes whilst mounted, it's still pretty joyous just to fly around on your Dragfear. Having your wings. Still don't think I'd mind seeing it for Demon Hunter, but it would take away something for Dragfear. Being unique and all that. And then folks value that quite heavily. I know, you look at what happened when they first... Anyone who was around, and I wasn't really knowledgeable or active on the wider spaces of the internet, or even like just the different WoW forums and stuff. But even I knew when Burning Crusade came out, people were not happy. Taking away faction-specific stuff.
Some valuable resources.
Oh, where are you, Rufus?
Get ready to grab
Back
them.
in Hellowfall. Alright, we'll try for it. We'll try for it. But people were really pissed. But the Shaman Paladin thing was ironclad. It could never be changed. And it was heresy that Blizzard were doing so, but it has worked out over the years. I never much minded. I can understand every race not having every single class. Sure, you've got to keep them different to a point, but... Oh, right. 4v1. Short. And nearly killed the turtle. Oh, nobody on this set of servers plays Alliance. Your mileage may vary based on what server you're on. You still get lucky from time to time. Wait for him to fly off. It's such a nice chunk of conquest as well. It's probably faster to earn your conquest gear just running through the different zones, getting those, and grabbing the bounties, than it is doing rated battlegrounds. At least queuing up like this and not as a group. You end up getting quite a lot from each one. Oh, it's a mushroom. Come here. Miscellaneous ring. Now we're looking. Look, Q-Time's getting chunky. Less. I think the goal of getting another 100 up today has been alright. Not even that, like 60 or so. We're still pretty close to the goal. What, 1800 would be 10 wins? Maybe? Depending on how lucky we get with the rating change. And again, most losses, it has very graciously said rating unchanged. And then on one of them it was like -7, so certainly gaining more than we ever lose. More knowledge. Come on, last person. No! Could have overloaded that herb and been fine. Don't want to hit any of these goddamn spider mines. It took me a while to realise flying through Ashkahet. Just casually passing by one of these, you'll just get dismounted and flung to the ground. I mean, they introduce it to you in the story quest, but then when you're out in the open world, you just kind of forget. At least I did. Ooh. Okay, we overload this one, and that creates copies, and we're looking for the odd one out. There is no loot, says game. There is no loot, says game. Wait, son of a bitch. Robbed. Oh, that's too high on the ceiling. Never mind. Warsong Gulch. Hey, I do love a bit of Warsong Gulch. Let's see. Funky fell gauntlets. Gauntlets? Pauldrons. Got the elite set and then mixing it with the Halloween hood. Works quite well. It's a nice sword. Don't know about how the enchant goes with it. Same druid we've seen before. Heritage Night Elf. New PvP set hunter. Naked elves. Or rather, one mostly naked elf and then an engineering swashbuckler. Sure, each to their own. You could have tried. Don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with a bit of sex appeal, but, you know, try and make it interesting. Look at this fancy undead raptor. I assume that's another one of the ones from BFA. If it's anything like that skeletal T-Rex, it'll have been harder to get. It looks so content, though. Look how peaceful its face is. That's a whole side of the game, being a hunter. And just websites dedicated to all the different pets you can get, different rarities of them. It's a whole game unto itself. You could have a great time. Got Healing Discipline Priest and Resto Druid. We are Horde side. No other Devastation Evokers to compare. We've got a good mix of melee and ranged. Alright, see if we can get a win. Yum. And off we go. Rogue went invisible. Where'd all our team go? Get that monk. It's like those two rows are almost working together. There we go, that was nice. Need to get all these things off me. Too late. It's a lot of dot. If I'd cleared it a little faster, I'd have probably stuck in the fight a wee bit longer. That's a lot. We have their flag and they don't have ours, so that bodes well.
I am out of range.
Beat that hunter.
Too far away.
Oh dear, that was at point blank and he went from dead to full health. He could have I know they have talent that makes their health stones way better for themselves and then they take a bit of damage afterwards. It could have been that. It was just very unexpected. I'm not going to sit on that trap after I've just seen you throw it down. Or that one.
I am out of range.
This friend over here.
I must get closer. Too far away.
Whatever ghostly aura rogues seem to get now, you see where he's just kind of purple? It's like I dodge everything. It seems to last quite a while.
I must get closer.
Oh, that was a mess. Good God. If we can keep the advantage for 8 minutes, though, we got it. But, man. I haven't felt this pressured in one in a while, especially in the big group fights. And that might be they're just focusing me down better. That's a possibility. Good coordination on their part as well. A lot of ours are fighting up here. Oh, they're going to go down. Tried to get there in time. I mean, we're winning, but I'm feeling pretty less useful in this fight. In there, it was more about just kind of kiting people so they don't rejoin the group fights. Messy business. But whoever's going and capturing the flag, which appears to be... Druid there is doing a fantastic job. But people just fighting up in here. We should go and assist the team. Plod our way up the gangplank. For lack of a better term. Give me those boots.
I am out of range.
I don't want to be sheep. Stop. Oh, as I deep breathed?
Too far away.
And that ice wall as well. Kill him, flame breath. Oh, he got to the healer. Again, as long as they're not capturing our flag and winning, I'll take it. It's fine. I can suffer. That's alright. If we were losing horrendously and the suffering, then I'd really feel it. But this is okay. I feel like the caliber of player in this one is just that little bit higher. Look at all this happening up here.
I am out of range.
I'm not getting to people fast enough. And there's just 5 of them here, which... yeah, turning as a group and focusing down very quickly. I know you can only queue up into these things as a duo, but sometimes it feels a bit... That's okay. Whoever's been running and grabbing the flag has done a marvellous job of getting us through. And they had it. Wow. My damage middle to the bottom, but... What's that druid? The healer as well. wonderfully done by them. Like, absolutely carried that game. Holy hell. Didn't think it was still possible. Alright, what time are we on? Let's get signed up for one more. And then hopefully on the Friday and into next week we can get it up to that 1800 before the anniversary patch drops. As we saw there, sometimes you can just get lucky and have a game where someone can actually carry it. I mean, we've had games where players have stood out, but I've never seen one to a point where an individual rocked the whole thing like that. Not in this solo Blitz. That's very impressive. Thank you very much, Duff the Druid. You ever hear me voice? You watch, the next one will be an absolute mess. Get bodied and have nobody to help us. But now, more knowledge. Isn't a cache or anything about. Not bothered by the like big weekly caches on the Evoker. Don't need them doing PvP. And we've already completed them on the main, so it doesn't award rep at that point. So don't have to worry about it. Overload this. Make some little spiders come out, which are so small they might as well be invisible. Each one you walk over, you get a bit of cloth. Again, one day a tailor will appreciate. Could do with some new bags. I haven't bought any of this expansion. I know I could just go to the auction house and do so, but I wanted it to be self-sufficient. I'm just going to have to take a day going on to each alt, skipping the campaign, getting them into the War Within, into Donegal, pick up the professions, and just go from there, rather than focusing on leveling them per se. Although it looked like on our main, when we did some blacksmithing for max level, it did seem to give us some XP. Which again, I didn't do it often enough to be sure, but if that's the case, that's really nice. Let's head towards that PvP one, because why not? See if we can encourage violence.
Don't forget to keep an eye on the maddening deeps. Fly over the area to document any new development there.
I'm good, thank you, Executor. Enough Pokemon Snap for 1 week. Where was this bit? Yeah, in this back corner.
See those Nerubians? They're all keen to fight for their queen's favor. Don't let them ascend.
Aye, aye, Ruffius. Average time's gone up to 10 minutes as well. Unfortunate, but it's the way it is. We said we'll do one more, so we'll do one more. Of course, the queue now won't pop for like half an hour. Love that sound effect for those. Nobody seems to be on this one doing any fighting, so that's alright. It would be nice for the potential of a bounty drop or something like that, but it's okay. Take the stress-free one. A few more. See if we can grab all 4 of these. Don't do it. I will turn and boop you, Paladin. Warrior. That was well within what I expected. Right, the AoE just went for you there. That wasn't on purpose. They're not looking for a fight. It's okay. I enjoy a good fight, but if someone's just about here doing their world quest and that's not what they're looking for, that's fine. I know you could say, well, they've got war mode turned on, and that's fair enough. That's what you want to do, by all means. I, however, do not feel the need to do so. That's another non-warband quest. What is this? Where is it, Webster? Oh, your warband has completed this quest. It's just not grayed out for some reason. Oh, this is a bad place to be. They're all elites. Goodbye. Could do a couple of world quests to get that special assignment. There's not much point, but the gold's alright. Well, there's two right next to each other. Oh, go on then. It's 800 gold for a bit of Pokemon Snap. Fine. You're going to be waiting another 5 minutes anyway.
The stain of dead gods infests this area. It is being used to twist my people into the unrecognizable. Show them mercy and unmake them.
All I need to do is let me throw apples now. I have to encourage various enemies. And wildlife can be called that. Into a variety of situations. I wouldn't say something like this, I don't know, if you made it a little more... Not a profession? I don't know. There is that love of Pokemon Snap and games similar. It's a very unserviced space in games. I was gifted the new Pokemon Snap, but I never actually got around to playing it. Fortunately, it wouldn't be one I stream. Streaming and Nintendo stuff tends to be a little more, especially in these early days, not an issue I want to have to deal with. Nintendo are very well known for being vigorously litigious, let's say. Those who don't know. They are very protective of their stuff. And if you've ever played a Nintendo console in recent years, do not quite understand the internet. They're better. Better than they were. I have to give them that. But it's still pretty all over the shop. And we're pretty sure, maybe not by the end of the year, but certainly by the first quarter of next year, that a Switch 2, or whatever they do next, will be announced. We know devs have like their hands on whatever kit it is. We know people are messing around with it. We just don't know any specifics yet. I'd be curious to see how they approach it. Obviously, the Switch has done super well for them. They've not had to fight with their competitors, really. Microsoft's strategy of going, let's put our games on other places, have Game Pass be big, really invest in the PC, has worked well for... like, just goodwill of the brand, but not in terms of people who wanted to just have things for their Xbox. It's not gone well. And Sony have made some fantastic games, but they've been really jammy with some of the PC ports, whether that's time, quality, or people get very upset by the sign-up requirement. Like, you know, you have to have your PSN account. That kind of thing. Anyone remember when Blizzard tried to do something similar with Battle.net? Where they were like, you must have your real name, like your Battle.net real name ID, associated with the account in order to play. That was... controversial would be an understatement. People caused a fire. I don't think that idea lasted longer than a week or two.
I must get closer.
Didn't ever get to the point of being implemented either. And while I haven't read it yet, there's that book that just came out from Jason Schreier, well known in video game journalism, about some of the background of Blizzard, some interviews with the old devs and stuff, and just some of the bits and bobs you hear coming out of that. They wanted to make a PC platform before Steam existed, and just didn't get it off the ground for one reason or another. Which is wild to consider. Can you think of the world we'd live in if instead of Steam being pulled up by Valve, that kind of technology was instead done first by Blizzard? Would Valve have even bothered at that point? Fascinating to consider. I do look forward to that. That book comes out as like a hardcover close to December, or midway through that month, perhaps. I look forward to reading it then. I know you can get like a PDF online and stuff like that. The digital copies you can buy, but would like to read it. Ooh, I gave like 50%. That was great. You see articles on occasion from stuff that was in that book. A StarCraft-style Diablo game was potentially in the works. To which, you don't need to make every one of your IP be every other game in your IP. Like, you know, you couldn't have a Diablo World of Warcraft, like a Diablo MMO, and then a StarCraft MMO. I think at that point you'd just be shooting yourself in the foot. But some variety within the games, especially when releases are so few and far between for Blizzard. A lot of cancelled stuff. Nope. Stand in the boot.
These Nerubians
There we are.
chose to be pawns for a dark.
We can do that special assignment.
May their
Back to the Isle of
be
Dawn.
lost forever.
Special assignment looks to be... Oh, it's the elite stuff up the top. Ugh. Should be alright. Long way in. 12 minutes. Hope with war mode on, we can at least get this done reasonably without being mugged the whole time. Swig of his beverage. Make sure you do the same out there. Keep yourselves hydrated.
These forces are amassing once more, little morsel. Time to ensnare them in our web.
Bah.
And burn them in
node.
it.
Too far away.
Of resources
Oh,
nearby.
Rufus, don't do this to me.
Find it before you have to fight over it.
Where? Where is it? It's all the way down there, and it's already been pulled out. And the Alliance weren't going to win. And even if the Alliance did win that one, I'm so far along and away, I would not be getting it. Come here. Oh, thanks, Rogue. Oh, cheers. Joys of war mode. Now, I will wait for them to find something and take my revenge. Or at the very least, irritate them slightly. Really though, it's like a rogue and a priest. And they have just left. They just did a murdering flyby. Great. Thanks. Here's. It's what you sign up for with War Mode. Well aware of it. Doesn't mean I can't be a little peeved, but we are aware of it.
I am out of range.
There we go. Free. What the queues have gone mighty. There we go, about halfway there. Probably a little safer in the cave, as folks can't just do a flyby then. Miscellaneous sword for the warbank.
I must get closer.
Oh, it was just used in this cave. Well, there was a bigger cave. It's probably further around. You little ones don't count, only the big one. Away with you. There we are. Where is this cave? Ow. Thank you, Commander. Because I'm the commander. Lieutenant? Something like that. Hey, there's the battleground pop. Lovely jubbly. Grab this herb real quick. Let me have it, Gabe. And it's ball. Red paladin, we got an orc one, we got a green new set hunter. More ragged harvester. Somebody just in bits and bobs. Oh, Tauren Paladin having more clothy stuff going on. They've really gone all for the red look. They've used what transmog bits they can from different expansions and they've really gone for it. I have to respect it. One of the Dragonflight scents. Some bonus boots. And the Wrath cloth pants. You know, the cloth looking pants, I should say. So Healy Shaman. Check, we are on the Horde side. We are the only Evoker. There'll be no point of comparison there. But let's see. Oh, pardon me. If we can get this last battleground of the morning into a win. We'll finish that last little percent of that quest, get back to Donegal and call it there. Ah, they've gone full fire. Firelaf and the Big Owl. Whereas they've gone full green. And we've got the dapper Dark Iron again. Put him and the Cultiran were mates. Where's his mate? It's a good duo. Not really done much customizing of the dirigible, but we've got more bits to unlock for it when we delve on the main. We'll have a look when we get some more. Right. Again, grab the balls, try and control them in the centre. Do so before your opponents do. Don't forget Bado, Nullifying Shroud. Activate this ability. Use it. Do not get CC'd. Ooh, nice.
Too far away.
No, hard CC'd. We can still get little CC'd. Oh, that stun did it. That was nice.
I must get closer.
Yeah, we on it. Yeah. That'll heal on them. Going down though. Find where that ball is. Over there. Excuse me. No, shut up, priest.
I am out of range.
No. Stun.
Too far away.
Ow. No, you started this, Shaman. Why are they immune now? Sleepwalk that healer. No, it was only a matter of time. Shouldn't have taken issue with the Shaman. Should have ignored them and kept going. I did. It did seem to pop a lot of cooldowns, and I didn't immediately drop to the floor, though, so I'll take that. No, damn it.
I need to target something first.
No. Help. Help, help, help.
I must get closer. I do not have a target.
we get some points, it's alright. It's a close and a messy one. Why? Didn't that? Oh, they got knocked up by the totem. Orange is all the way at the other end. Go and help over here.
I am out of range.
Right, now get down in here. Don't know what that does, but I assume it helps me.
I must get closer.
Ow, ow, rogues and things, rogues and things. It's alright, we're a little ahead. Nullifying Shroud again. Use this button. I just need it like here, middle of the screen. Have you activated Shroud? Is it still there? Is it off cooldown? Oh dear. Right, orange orbs over there. They have all of the others.
Too far away.
Oh, Duff's that healer that was like that one Warsong Gulch for us. Oh no, now they are an enemy. So many totems. Oh, I'm in the bubble. Just get ravaged. Rogues and druids and things invisible and just on your ass. Not a loss yet.
I am out of range.
We can avoid getting them into the fight.
I require a target. Too far away. I must get
let me jump to you.
closer.
Oh no, they're running for the other one, that's fine. Oh! Barely. Barely. Oh, goodness me. Damage, we were about middle of the pack again, but that's alright. We were doing a lot of ball holding. We'll take that. Another 22 rating as well. Very close. Oh, goodness. Oh, good. That was very good. I love that. I love that battleground.
The Queen's forces are amassing once more, little morsel. Time to ensnare
1752? That's almost there. That's our goal nearly done. I didn't expect you to both come inside. It's not cool at all.
Perhaps this time they will learn.
There we go. Let us leave this place, Arafi. It's time.
We'll sear the lesson into their hearts again.
PvP box, nothing as ever. And that box, stuff I won't use. That's okay. Let's get back to Dornogal. It's a pretty successful day. Only lost like 7 to 10 rating overall, and we went up from 1609 all the way to nearly our goal. And our Evoker can have a lie down. And I'm not too bothered about getting the vicious mount. It'd be nice to grab the saddle. But like, it's that this is going up so slowly. I'm way more interested in getting the transmogs. So I'd rather get that sorted on the free characters we want to. I also don't know if that's... like, is this account-wide? Or is this on one character? I'd wager it's on one character, like everything else in PvP tends to be.
Goods for Outlanders.
Sell all this junk. Get rid of the excess gear. Lob things into the war bank.
I have an extended supply of goods for
Drop it all in. Very good. A little more. Other stuff. Marks of Honor. Put these gems in for main to grab. A few more weapons still full. Need to get an enchanter going. Need to just, even if they're not leveled at all, need to get them disenchanting stuff. Oh, I missed one.
Peruse my inventory again.
Here we are. Right, let's get our Evoker over to Ruffius. He's ready to pick up those quests come Friday. Still like 4 conquests off getting another piece, but that's okay. And those were both arena quests, I saw them. With that, folks, thank you very much for watching. For all of those who've come along live, for those who'll watch later, cheers for giving me your time. Like the video if you enjoyed it, help the stuff get round the algorithms, the stuff. Get round through the algorithm. Subscribe for more content here on the channel, where every weekday morning with World of Warcraft, we play other games on an evening. We finished Grist last night, really enjoyed it, and that studio have made another game called Never, about a lady and a wolf companion. We'll see how that goes this evening when it releases. But until then, folks, much love, take care, and bye-bye.